Today on WePlayYouWatch, we have got some very exciting news for you guys because I have some exclusive pictures and some videos of some Glass Desert updates. But before we do that, I just want to say a massive thanks to everyone who's been showing some support on the channel recently with comments, likes, new subscribers. We're building an awesome little Slime Ranch community here and it is super cool. So I thank you guys so much for your support over the last few months with Slime Rancher. It has been super awesome. But in today's video we've got something really exciting to show you guys. So I've got some gameplay in the background of me just playing normally, and I've got about 22 different little images and about 5 or 6 little video clips of some of the new slimes. So we've got the Dervish Lime, the Tangle Slime and the Mosaic Slime, and also a look at the new updates in like the moon and the sky that we're going to have in the Glass Desert, which is going to be version 0.60. So let's start off by looking at some of the new slimes that we're going to have in the game, and the first one we're going to be looking at is going to be the Mosaic Slime, and I am super excited for this. So let's get this clip up right now on the screen for you guys, and as you guys can see, these little slimes look like sort of glass, like tile mosaic things. It is by the name, and then you guys can see there's these little stars here as well that they also bring out. So are they going to be something that you maybe can collect as well, or is that just like a glitter that they get? Because to me that looks similar to sort of like the Echo Net. So could that be their own little thing that they have right next? So we have another image of the Mosaic Slimes. It's actually a video, this one as well, another little video. But look, that's sort of what they do. So they sort of blow up and turn into some sort of flame. So I'll repeat that again so you guys can see. But this area that they're in, what part of is this going to be the Glass Desert as well? So you guys can see there's some sort of like blue sort of, I don't know, pillar sort of spiky indigo quarry looking sort of things there. So that's one of the slimes that we're going to see, which is the Mosaic Slime, which looks super cool. And then next up we have a clip of the Tangle Slime, which as you guys can see here, that's their plort. You guys can see the plort as well, and they're sort of bouncing around. And in this area here, they actually have what seems to be, if you look on the left of the screen, you guys can see there's some sort of a tree, and it's got these little sort of red and gold things on them. So is that going to be a new fruit that's going to be coming with the Glass Desert update? And then you can see their plort is sort of like green, and it has some sort of like flower on it too. And when they're standing up as well, you can see the flower is actually in the middle of them, but there's these palm trees as well. And it looks like there's going to be a lot of different areas in the Glass Desert. So is it going to be a really huge update, a big part of the map that we're going to see, which is going to be super exciting. And now the next clip of the Tangle Slime that I have right here is really interesting, because if you guys see right here, you will know that they're going to be meat eaters, because there you go, they just took a chicken away, and it seems that wherever they are on the map, they can sort of, so if there's like a chicken further away, the plant will grab them and then they'll be eaten close up to it. So it's going to be pretty crazy. So they can like kind of take chickens from further away and eat them. But here also in this image we can see it looks really similar to the ancient ruins, but they've got their own sort of vines and sort of things in their own area. And this area here looks like you may need to open some sort of a key to get into. So if you guys have got keys, maybe try and find keys now if you haven't got any, because I think that's going to need to be opened. Alright, so next up we're going to take a look at the Dervish Slime, and this I think is one that I'm really excited about. But it looks kind of similar to the Quantum Slime. Like, how will you keep something that does this, that does little tornadoes, and they actually ride the tornadoes to move about, but they've also got this sort of like ring around them, so they kind of look like little planets, but they're an awesome purple color. And as you guys can see, they can really whip up some crazy big tornadoes. I don't know what makes them do that. Maybe they do that when they're hungry, similar to like the Hunter Slimes when they get really angry and they start exploding and try to bite you and stuff like that. But take a look at that again. That is another awesome tornado that they create. But if we look closely down at the bottom of the screen while that tornado is happening, what is that down there? That looks like, could it be like some sort of a new vegetable? I don't know. Who knows? That's another new thing that we're going to see in Slime Ranch. So far, we've possibly got a new fruit. We've obviously seen new areas. And we've obviously seen the new types of plorts as well, and how the Tangle Slimes eat. So now what we're going to do is take a look at a few images that we've got from the Glass Desert, and we're going to see if we can sort of analyze them and see if we can find out any little secrets. If you guys have got a really good eye here. Keep a lookout and let me know if you see anything in the comment section that I miss in any of these images. So first of all, we're going to look at this one here first, and it seems to be that once again there seems to be some sort of a doorway that you're going to have to open to get through. And I have 2 slime keys on Slime Rancher, so I'm guessing that one of them is going to be at that end bit to maybe access the glass desert, which is at the end of the ancient ruins, which you can't access yet. But we can also see this big sort of tower in the corner, and in an image later on that we're going to see there, it does look like you can actually access that tower and maybe get to the top of it. But if we look really closely, the top of that tower actually seems to be like glowing blue. So what does that mean? What is that glow that you see right there? But this picture doesn't really give anything away, but it does seem that this is going to be maybe the entrance to the glass desert that I'm led to believe, just because of all these pillars that you have here. Maybe you come through this way. Is that way the ancient ruins, and then where the sand begins, is that the glass desert? Right, so the next image that we have is this image here, and I mean, this isn't really giving anything away, but it's just making me think that the glass desert is going to be a really, really big area to explore. But if we look here, we can see these sort of blue sort of pillar sort of things again, or these sharp like indigo quarry looking things. But then also up here on this platform that we have these 2 sort of ledges, you can see there's something blue here as well. Now could that be like a puddle slime? Is there going to be water up there? I don't know, but there's definitely something blue. There's a lot of blue, and there's obviously a lot of sand because it's obviously a desert. But then we've got these pillars, so maybe you can use them to jump and then jump up to the top. I don't know. That is another thing that we're going to need to sort of work out when the actual update comes out. What is that going to be? Now this image right here is a really, really interesting one, because as you guys can see, there's like some sort of a circle, right? And there's lines leading to each sort of little pillar. So there's 4 pillars, and then there's one in the middle, that 5th one that's sort of on that circle thing. But to me, this looks like it could be a key. Now, I don't know if that's just me, but you've got like the handle, and then the sort of shaft of the key, and then the head of the key right there. But these sort of little lines that they've got leading to them makes me wonder, what is that? What are you going to have to do? And why is that one that's sort of in the round bit like a darker green sort of colour, and the rest are light colours, but they look like diamonds? So I know there's going to be a lot of secrets, and are we going to start to see little quests that you have to do in Slime Rancher? That would be super, super awesome if there is something like that that they can introduce to the game in this update. Right, so now on this image that we was looking at earlier, that is the tower that was in the other image, and as you guys can see, there's some sort of stairs leading up to it, and then it looks like what seems to be a door. So can we, well, will we need a key to get in there, to get to the top of that tower? Is there something at the top of the tower? Because we do know it was shining blue, but if you look really carefully, it does look like there's one of those little crystals on it that we saw in the previous image. And if you guys look even closer, you can see that the previous image that we saw is actually really close to this sort of tower. So I don't know if there's going to be something that we're going to have to do again, like we did to open the ancient ruins, where we fired the plorts in each of the slime statue's mouth. So I think there's definitely going to be something interesting at the top of that tower. So it's a lot of stuff to be really, really excited about. Right, so here we have another image with these sort of blue, sort of sharp things that seem to be coming out of the ground. Now, is that some sort of like frozen water? Is there a meaning behind it? Because you guys can see there's another slime head and then another one of these diamonds here. But also in the back of this image, you guys can see that there's this sort of statue up in the corner, which looks like you can get to, and it looks like some sort of ruin. So I think the ancient ruins is going to continue into the glass desert, and there's so many questions that we can ask right now, like what is the meaning of this blue stuff? What is the meaning of these little towers? All going to obviously be revealed once the update is out. So now we've got some images of the new update to like the sky and the moon. So as you guys can see, there's actually a proper full moon now, and obviously if you look at Slime Rancher now, it looks like the sky is sort of just like a picture and there, but we're now gonna have like moving clouds. There's gonna be much better animations in the game, so we're actually gonna have like a sunrise and a sunset, which we kind of do have at the moment, but you can't really see it taking effect. Like the game will just get darker and then lighter, but you're actually gonna see images. I've got some coming up soon that you guys will see of the sun actually rising and setting as well, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Right, so this image here is a really, really important image, because as you guys can see, there's some sort of what looks to me to be some sort of like a throne, like a blue throne. Looks similar to like Game of Thrones right there, but then in the middle, is that some sort of a portal? But we have also the slime head. So we've got a rad slime, we've got a honey slime, we've got a tabby slime, and we've got a phosphor slime there, which will all need to be fed plorts. And obviously when they're fed the plorts, something will happen. Now, my imagination is thinking that this sort of portal in the middle will maybe rise up through the hole in the ceiling that you have right there, and then maybe, I don't know, it will open up some sort of a teleportation device. Who knows? Something to get excited about, because we're going to have lots of videos once this update comes out, and it's going to be super, super awesome. Going back to what I just said earlier about the sunrise, there you guys can see it's either setting, I think it looks like it's going to be setting in that picture, but the clouds, you guys can see there's a lot more sort of definition in the clouds, so they're actually going to move and change size like they do in real life. So it's going to be pretty awesome to see that happening in the game. It's just going to make the game feel a lot more, I don't know, a much nicer place to be while you're playing the game, which is going to be super, super cool. We've got an image here of the sun actually rising, and I don't know why there's a tabby gordo there and it hasn't been popped yet. I don't know, is this going to be a new area to the map? Because that does look quite similar. That looks like the entrance to sort of like the moss blanket to me. So I don't know if that's actually a new area. I think they're just showing off like the clouds and the sunrise. Next up, we've got an image of what the moon's going to look like with the clouds behind it, and it does look super, super awesome. It looks like a really nice artwork on there, all the like the sort of smudges that you've got on there. So it's going to be super, super awesome to actually see this when it actually comes out, to actually be playing the game and taking a look at the obviously the day and night cycle. It's going to be super, super cool. And I've got a little clip of actually what the sky's going to look like now, which looks pretty, pretty cool. So all the clouds sort of vanish away into the distance, and they're going to obviously, you're going to have big clouds, small clouds. It's just going to keep moving around. So running around Slime Rancher, picking up your slimes, collecting your plorts. It's going to be a lot more fun now when we've actually got proper animations in the sky. So there you have it, guys. There's a lot of awesome, awesome images and updates for the Glass Desert update that we're going to see hopefully very, very soon. I think it'll be here. I'm going to go for mid-June, maybe end of June, hopefully. I reckon it'll be here before summertime. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video anyway. Let me know down below in the comment section what you're most looking forward to. I think I'm going to say the Dervish and the Tangle Slimes. The Mosaic Slimes do look cool. I think they're going to look really, really awesome. But I like the way the Dervish and the Tangle Slimes look. I like the animations. And I like the fact that the Tangle Slime is actually like a Venus flytrap. Like and it's a meat eater as well, which is going to be super, super cool. And what's going to happen with the plorts? How much is their plorts going to cost? Is it going to be super, super expensive? There's so many things that we need to look at and think about for this awesome, awesome update. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe down below for plenty more Slime Rancher videos to come. Thanks for watching, guys.